Hello friends and welcome back. I'm Enterprise Architecture. We are back here playing more All the Mods 10 Lite on our community server with our friends. And last episode, we finally got Nether Star automation taken care of, which you can see behind us. I spent some time doing a little bit more upgrading of our various setups around here for our resource generation. You can see Diamond next to me. You can see Netherite next to me. All of those gears are being cranked through right now, which is great. So today, we are able to move on to the next piece of our ATM10 Star. So, with no further ado, let's dive right in. All right, so we are slowly working our way to the ATM10 Star, and these are all the various things we are going to need to create that. There is a mess here. I'm just working my way systematically through this. We're slowly getting our various blocks that we're going to need for our alloys. So while we're waiting for those to percolate, we are working on our ultimate singularity today. For this, we are going to need to set up an ultimate crafting table tier 4. We are going to need to set up all of these individual singularities, and for that, we are going to need a quantum compressor. To add that to our shopping list, we are also going to need ultimate catalysts, which means we are going to need ultimate components. We are going to need black iron. Oh, it's going to be a whole thing, y'all. Black dye, we don't have a super great way of getting right now, but we might consider making a dye mixer. I don't know whether or not that will solve our problems or not, but we are going to dive into that because we need black dye to make all of that. Let's see if we can't make a dye mixer relatively easy. We have been doing a little bit of stuff with Industrial 4 going here, so we do have some of the components for that. Let's take this dye mixer down and put it on our network. We're going to put it right over here for now, just for lack of any better spot to put it. Let's put that there. We're going to need a power cable for it. There we go. And there's our dye mixer. Now with this, we should be able to mix up a variety of dyes. We are going to have to figure out what dye we want to set it to. We're going to need black dye. I think that means we're going to need red, blue, and green, which might be a little easier than some of the others because I think most of those we can automate. Not completely, but decently. Red dye, for instance, let's see here. Where can we get that? Oh, maybe not. Maybe because we need a beet farm, and I don't know if we ever set up a beet farm. Let's go check that out. The farms that we set up were like second episode. It was like a long time ago. We've got cucumbers, we've got carrots, we've got wheat, we've got kale. Everybody's leaving me little signs, but I don't see a beet farm. Maybe what we can do is considering tearing up this farm and replacing it with a beet farm. That should be easy enough. I'm sure we have some beets somewhere. We're going to go back to our... Somebody left me a little sign. Yes, we have our kitties here, all of our lovely kitties, which we've got a few cats. I don't want to talk about how we have so many cats, but we have a lot more cats than we used to have. They continue to grow. But maybe what we do is we plant ourselves a beet farm. Now, to harvest the beet farm, we are going to need to figure out which of these tools we need. I think to harvest, what we need to do is put in the pillar a hoe, and we're going to need an all the modium hoe, I think, for that. So let's go ahead and make ourselves up a diamond hoe, which we can convert into a netherite hoe. So diamond, let's see here. Let's do it from here, actually. Diamond... we'll make one diamond hoe. There we go. Let's get a upgrade here. We are going to need, actually we need the templates. That's what that's called, template. We are going to need to make a all the modium one because that's going to make it unbreakable. It looks like we have just enough for netherite as well at this point. We're going to have to make some more of these soon. So let's grab up one piece of netherite. We're going to grab one piece of all the modium. And you can see we're slowly getting these ingots in from our geode generation of those. Let's pop these down over here into our enchanting setup. Let's grab this. We'll put in the netherite upgrade. Oh, that is the wrong thing. We need the smithing table. That's right. I really feel like all of these should just be one thing rather than having like a bunch of different things, but whatever. It is what it is. All right. So we've got that. Oh, the other thing we should do, we should get a drawer. Let's see here. I think we have some 4x4 drawers in here. No. Drawer. There we go. Let's put that back. And maybe let's go ahead and make ourselves up some upgrades. I think I might have a diamond upgrade on me. I do have a diamond upgrade on me. Okay, we'll take that. And this can be used to start our beet farm here. I keep getting too many eggs. We'll just drop you in there. Yeah, maybe this is the one that we start with here. There we go. We're going to leave some watermelons here on the sides. Break this chest real fast. There we go. And let's put this down. We'll do a 2x2 drawer there. Let's put our carrots in here. Cucumbers in here. Let's go ahead and put in that diamond upgrade that I mentioned. That'll allow us to put a lot more in there. And then on top of that, we're just going to start growing our beets. I'll just put these here. Oh, do I turn them into beet seeds? Let's see here. I thought we could just plant them, but for some reason, it's not letting me plant them here. How do we make beet seeds? Let's see here. Beet seed cutting board? No, that's a sea beet. Huh. That is interesting. We do not have a source of beets here. I thought you could just literally plant beets, but there's no other way to make beetroot seeds that I can see because this is only sea beets. That is fine because we do have beetroot seeds sitting in our drawer right here, so we can use that. Let's go ahead and plant a few of these down here. I think we can probably do a nice healthy row to get started just like that. We're not going to worry about fertilizing those. We are going to go ahead and put the hoe in here. That should now work if it acknowledges this as a hoe. I don't know if it will or it won't. Pylon is working. That's what we want to see. Okay, great. So we now have at least a source of red dye, even if it is going to be very, very slow to come in. We'll see what we can make with that, if we can make enough black ink. I realize that I have been getting a bunch of squid drops because these squids keep dying in the area behind me. So we could probably just make some black dye up with all of the squid ink satchels that keep being dropped. Let's take a look here real quick. Yes, let's grab up these ink sacks here. I'm just going to drop off the extra stuff. We'll clear this out and let's go to make that into 60 dye. Oh, it looks like it's more than 60 dye. Looks like it's a lot more than 60 dye. Okay, we'll take 3 stacks of 64 to start. Let's make a bunch of red dye up here. And let's just see what the dye machine does do. We'll take a green, we'll take a blue, and we'll take a red. One each. We probably should start a cactus farm too so we can get more green dye. But I just want to see whether or not this will work. Yeah, one of each of those will turn into a black dye. So we can farm the rest. We got black dye out. Actually, it looks like we are getting a couple of black dye out. 3, so 3 for 3. I think that's what it's doing here, basically. Okay, well, good to know. We can use the dye mixer to convert our dyes, at least from the base dyes that we've got. Okay, excellent. So now that we have a source of our black iron, right, we need to encode the black iron recipe. Let's go ahead and do that. We need to encode the ultimate component. We can do that. I'd already encoded the luminescence previously. We need to do a black iron slate. That's going to be important. We're going to need an ultimate catalyst. That's going to be good. I think those are all of the things that we need, but we do need to make an ultimate crafting table. That's not a recipe that we need to create. That's just something we're going to have to make one of. Let's start with the tier. Oh, we also need these other things. What's a redstone component? Let's go to extended redstone. Yeah. Oh, okay. A whole bunch of things here. Let's encode patterns. We're going to need more patterns, friends. That's definitely what we're going to need. 16 of these. All right, there are those. Let's put these in here. Let's teach the redstone component. That's what we saw. I don't know about these redstone. Oh, yeah. These are really easy. I was worried we're going to have to alloy them. That should work. Let's pop down here. Whoop, too far. Pop over here to our enhanced extended crafting whoozy what's it, and put all of that in there. I dropped a chest somehow. Okay. Now let's go up here. Whoop. just like that. We will start crafting all of this up. Let's start back at tier 1. Yes, this is what we need. For this, we are going to need basic components. So we're going to have to teach all these patterns. Let me just go through here and get all these patterns sorted out real fast. Should be relatively easy to get all of that done. Just like that. Maybe I go ahead and teach all of these crafting tables into the pattern machine as well, because then we don't have to worry about making the dependencies by hand either, which actually would be a really big advantage right about now. Let's do this, right? Let's do that for tier 1. Tier 1 is then used to make tier 2. Let's do this. For this, we are going to need to know how to make our advanced catalysts. We're going to do that and the basic catalysts. We can do all of that. There we go. Okay, so that's everything we need for tier 2. Tier 2 is used to make tier 3. Let's make that. We're going to need to teach it elite components. This feels a little bit like mechanism, doesn't it? And elite components are used to make advanced components. There we go. And then with that, let's see here. We are then on to tier 4. Is that the last one? Yeah. And then this is going to need to learn ultimate components. And I don't think we've taught it that yet. Did we? Did we already? I think we might have already just done that. Let's take a look here. So these should be ultimate components. We've got the elite components. We've got the advanced components. Oh, it's even the same name as mechanism. Okay. So that should be everything that we need to make a tier 4. Let's see if that actually works. Now that we've done that, we're probably only going to do this once, but craft. Yeah, there we go. That's what we want. Caps lock is on. One of these, please. Oh, we need so much black dye. We are missing 38. Do we still have more ink? Oh, we have 518. Okay. I don't know where all of that came from. Oh, did I make a squid model? That's why I made a squid model. I had forgotten about that. Okay. So now we should have everything we need for this. Let's see here. Crafts. Yeah, make me one, please. Oh, a block of emerald. You don't have emerald? Oh, you know what? Emerald is one of the few things that we did not bother to set up our gears for. So we should correct that between episodes. I'm not going to do it right now. It's going to take me too long to do it. But I will go ahead and store these down here next to my diamonds, just so we have them nearby. No, don't put it in there. Put it in that slot. That's what we like to see. We're going to link that real quick. Okay, great. Let's go up and see if we have a dedicated... Yeah, we have a dedicated drawer for diamonds. Let's break that. Oops, broke some wood. Don't want to do that. All right, so now let's go ahead and make that tier 4 crafter. Yeah, it looks like you are ready to do everything that we need. We should just be able to hang out here for a while, and that should take care of itself. We can go and watch part of the process here and see all of the things getting crafted. There is all of our dark iron going through. We've got 3 parallel processors here, so we should be able to do a couple of different things. Yeah, all of that slowly getting crafted up in our various machines. That's what we like to see. All right, so that takes care of our ultimate crafting table. There we go. And we can set this down and we can do ultimate crafting now. That's wonderful. We will certainly use that for something. I can probably set up the auto crafting table as well at some point, but for now, I think just the regular one will be fine. Okay, so we need that for a variety of crafts here. The other thing we need to make real quick here is going to be our quantum compressor. So let's go ahead and order up 2 elite catalysts and 1 elite component. So catalyst, we want 2 of these. We want an elite component, one of those. Great. We can start clearing all of this stuff out. And we did that, and we did that. Okay, let's see here. We are going to need a black iron frame. So for that, it looks like we're going to need 2 of these black iron slates. So let's do black iron, 2 of these. And then we are going to need a boatload of these, actually. Let's go to make 16 real quick of our black iron. Okay, with that, we should be able to do the frame. Oh, for this, we need glass. Do we not have glass? Yeah, we keep running out of glass. I really should do a stock upgrade to just keep glass sitting around. Bare minimum, we always need like 64 glass just to do stuff with. So that's an oversight on my part. We should do that in the near future. What are we missing? Black iron slate. Isn't that? Yeah, that's that. Okay, cool. All right, so we have the quantum compressor. Now, let's see here. Quantum compressor. This is going to need some power, which, now that I'm looking at it, we can actually just, we can do that, right? There we go. You've got power. You've got more power than you ever need because we're running it off of our free network of power. And then we just need to start looking through each of these singularities. Let's just go through these in order. That's going to be the easiest way to do it. So first things first, we need an ultimate catalyst, and we are going to need 512 bronze ingots. So let's make up an ultimate catalyst. I assume all of these are going to need ultimate catalysts. Let's make up 16 to start. We are short on glowstone dust. Glowstone dust. Okay, well, right. How do we make glowstone dust? Let's take a look real quick here. Enrichment chamber, that's not, no, that's not it either. That's definitely not it. Yeah, loot fabricating witches. Okay. We can do this. Let me go set up loot automation for witches. Let's see here. I'm just going to steal. Do we have witches in either of the? I do have witches in these. Okay, I'm going to steal this one. Give me that. I'm going to take one of my loot fabricators that I'd made before to save some resources. There we go. And now all I have to do is do the stock upgrade nonsense that I did last episode. See the last episode if you want to know how this works. I'm not going to go through all of it on camera. We are short on time. All right, got the witch model set up and doing witchy stuff, which is what we like to see. Let's go ahead and get these start crafting. Ultimate catalyst should be on their way. They need to do all the processing. We need to make bronze. Now, bronze is a little different in this pack for reasons that are unclear, but we can either do the metallurgic infuser route, which allows us to use enriched tin to make our bronze. That might be the smart way to do it because we do indeed need, how many? 512 of those. So 512 is a lot. What's that? 5 times 128? Is that, or 4 times 128? That sounds right. So for that, we would only need 3 times 128 of the stuff for making that. So let's see here. Maybe that is the way to go. Let's take a look here. Yeah. So that's like 6 stacks of copper and then only a little bit of tin, right? Because this is using way less tin. So let's grab up, and probably for the best because we don't have that much tin here on us. No, we've got thousands of tin. What am I talking about? We could totally do this the other way. What's the fastest would be the other question. So it looks like smelting bronze dust, and bronze dust we can make with copper dust and tin dust, and all of these I assume we can just make in a crusher. We can. All right, so let's do copper. 6 of those. We are gonna need tin. We need 1 more tin. Platinum is gonna be a problem. Let me be upfront about that. We are gonna have to probably make a platinum geode to keep up with this. Let's see here. Where is our crushing factory? Let's put these in. As soon as those are done, we will put tin in. Actually, we don't have to wait for that. What? We can do stuff here. There we go. Let's put that for that. Good. That's going really quick. And then from that, we should be able to make all of the bronze dust that we need. I think that's the right number. All right, let's grab up our dusts here. We've got our copper dust somewhere in here. There we go. And then we should be able to put these together, I think. Shapeless recipe. Yeah. There we go. And let's do 1 more set of those. And I think that's the right amount. My math is a little off and a little shaky tonight, but we will figure that out. Let's go. Oh, we went down too far. Let's go over here to our smelter. Let's throw all of that lovely, lovely bronze in there. That should get going for us. And then all we have to do is feed that to our quantum compressor. Now, I think the best way to do this is probably going to be to use like our elite item pipes or something to pump into here, like just something like this. Actually, let's just move everything over a little bit just so it's a little less janked. Put that there. Put this over here under the window. Let's grab ourselves up a chest. Chest will be fine. Yeah, that should be instantaneous for us. We'll go ahead and put this right here. We're going to get our configurator and pull out of that. Whoop, pull out of there. The dangers of having the elevator directly underneath you, friends. And then from there, let's grab all of our bronze. That's slowly coming in there. Let's grab that. Where's that ultimate? What's-a-majig? Ultimate catalyst. Right. We need to put one ultimate catalyst in here. And then let's start pumping this full of bronze. And does this need to be told what it is making? I don't think so. Let's see here. Where's the last of our bronze? That should be it. 512. Now it is cranking and boom, one bronze singularity, the first of many to come. We're going to slap that into our crafting table and just going to hang out there. All right, so we can remove that. Let's now work on the next piece of the process here. That is going to be electrum. Okay, so electrum is easy. That's going to be copper and gold dust together. Yep. So that means gold and silver, right? We're going to need 256 of each. That might be a problem. I don't know if I have that much silver. Again, more things. Oh, yep, we do. We do. We've been in the mining dimension long enough that we've got that. Some of these are going to be an issue. We will either have to go back to the mining dimension to catch up, or in some cases, we will have to, come up with a alternate plan for how we're going to get those. Because, we don't always have enough of these ores. We don't have gears for everything right now. We could certainly go and add gears for more things, but yeah, I'm resistant to do it for everything because our gear setup is actually getting a little packed. It's taken up most of this room now, and we're gonna have to start thinking about logistics a little harder if we're gonna pack more in here. So that is a concern. That is a concern. All right, same deal for our electrum. Actually, it looks like it's not consuming the ultimate catalyst here, which is wonderful news. We could just throw those back in there. I thought it consumed them when we actually made our singularity, but apparently not. Here we go. Yeah, there we go. Okay, there's the electrum singularity. What is next on our list? Steel. Okay, steel should be easy for us, although steel production is not the fastest thing that we've got right now. Let's go ahead and grab this up, and we're going to ask it for 512 of those. No crafting CPUs are available. What do you mean? What do you mean no crafting CPUs are available? These are all online. There we go. No? What? Is that too many for you? Yeah, 256 you can handle, but apparently that 512 for some reason was giving you a conniption. Let's see about our upgrades that we can add to make this go a little bit faster. I believe we need it in our carbon and fusing factory here. This already has 8 speed upgrades, so that's about as good as we are going to get here. And I think that'll be fine. It is trying to make all of our enriched iron here. Yeah, I guess the only thing we could do is make this have an acceleration card in the pattern provider and then potentially upgrade the tier of that as well. So let's see here. Tier upgrade. That was 3, right? So we could go ahead and upgrade it to the advanced tier. That would be 1. And then acceleration card. Can we do 2 of those maybe? I think we can. So we don't run out of anything. There we go. Okay, acceleration cards. We will take that. Let's come down here. Carbon. Yeah, let's upgrade you. There we go. Let's throw some acceleration cards in here. Oh, it ate them. It ate them. Induction cards are apparently the only thing that you will allow in here. That is a shame. Okay, well, no problem. Carbon is the only thing that we really need to worry about keeping up with, but this seems to be doing just fine with what we've got. So we'll just let that hang out, do its thing for a second, and then soon we should have all of our steel coming in. All right, there is our Steel Singularity. That sounds like a really good band name, actually. We'll certainly take it. What's next up? Invar, our favorite combination of nickel and iron, if I remember correctly. Yeah, nickel and iron. 2-to-1 on that one. That's a little annoying of a recipe, but we can certainly work with that. How are we looking on nickel? Yeah, we've got some nickel. I think it's going to be 3 or almost 4 of those to our iron. So let's see here. Let's do, I don't think that's quite right, but at least it's in the ballpark. Let's go ahead and crush up a bunch of this real fast. There's our crushing factory. Let's turn off our sorting just because it's going to annoy me. We'll do that. I think actually we need 5 iron, but we can order that up if we need. Whoa, are we almost out of iron? Oh, that is also going to be a big problem. Okay, so we apparently need to make up way, way, way more of our gears than I thought we did. Okay, that's going to be another in-between episodes project. For right now, we are just focused on this. All right, let's grab up our iron. Let's grab up our nickel here real quick, and let's make up 512. We'll actually just dump these back in here. This should work. Although the numbers are going to be way off. We need 8 stacks here, so I just need a way visually to be able to count these, because otherwise I'm going to be having a hard time with this. This goes here, there. Oh, and then we're short. All right, that's definitely too many iron bar. I think we did a whole stack more than we needed. That's not going to be a big problem, though. Let's smelt this up. While we are doing that, I need to go to the mining dimension and get myself some more iron, because I just completely ran out. So I'll be back in a second. All right, Invar has come in. Oh, that should be the right amount there. Let's throw 8 of those in here. And here comes our 512 into a single one of these singularities. Invar Singularity. Okay, what is next? Lapis. Oh yeah, we've got to have that much lapis laying around. Lapis. Yeah. That looks right. I like the easy ones. Love the easy ones. That's no trouble at all. While that is going, what is next? Emerald. Ooh, 512 emeralds. That might be a problem. That is 100% a problem. Okay, well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. Let's at least work on resource generation. We'll get the gears going for these. I'm pretty sure, yeah, that we can get these from gears, and the recipe for these most of the time. Yes, this is what we want. Yeah, we need the emerald dust for that. Thankfully, as you all recall, we made a bunch of budding amethyst up a long time ago, because we knew that this was going to be coming in the future, because we were going to make a bunch of gears. So let's go ahead and get this going. We need 4 of these crushed. We're going to do that. Let me go ahead and make up a few of these while I'm doing it. Platinum, I think, is going to be the other one that we're going to want. I think it's going to be 4 and 4 of those. Can we make this in a smelter? Yeah, platinum gear shard. That's what I thought. Okay, let's grab that. I know that is going to be an issue. No, we want crushing factory. There we go. Okay, get those cooking, and let me go make up some more of our lovely gear subs for those. All right, so I went ahead and made sure that we have gears now for our, what is this, iron as well. We're going to need that as we go. That seems to be going faster than I can actually lock it into place. Let's go ahead and lock this drawer. There we go. Okay, that's going to be cooking those up. Luckily, it's 1 shard to 1 ingot, so that should catch us up very, very rapidly on our iron production and solve that problem for us. Let's see here. We are at 448 lapis. We need, what, one more lapis? Let's see here. Lapis. We'll take another stack of you. I think 64 is the right amount. Yeah, there we go. Okay, finish that one up. Let's see here. After lapis, The next one we're going to need is emerald. I've had the emerald production going for a while now. Let's see how we're doing. Barely enough. That should be just the right amount there. I am getting a little worried that we are going to run out of some other ingredients though. But we'll get there when we get there. Okay, so emerald is now going. Let's take a look here at coal. Coal should be easy. Yeah, all right, we can do coal. No problem. Coal, yeah, because we've been mining up coal forever. There we go. How are we looking? There's emerald. Let's do coal. Coal goes in. All right. Next after that is gonna be redstone. We can do redstone. Red. Come on. Redstone. There we go. I think we have more than enough redstone for, well, forever. Basically forever. Redstone goes in there. Coal goes in here. After redstone, we got, see, this is all going real fast now. Aluminum. I think we have plenty of aluminum on hand. Aluminum. Yeah, we have plenty of aluminum on hand. All of these things that we had already done are easy. The hard stuff is, of course, always going to be the alloys because that just takes a little bit more work. Let's see here. Aluminum. Silver is next. Do we have enough silver? This is one that I'm not sure of. Oh, just barely enough silver after we made up all of that electrum. Just right there on the line. Let's dump that in there. Great. I would guess gold comes after silver, but no, it's tin. Of course it's tin. It's tin there. Let's see here. Tin, platinum. There we go. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That should be that. All right. This goes here. Tin's coming in. After tin is then platinum. Platinum, we just barely have enough because I AFK'd for long enough to get that going. Let's put this in here. Tin, platinum. After platinum is diamond and then copper. Diamond. Yeah, our diamond is now caught up. Let's do copper. Whoop, not enough. There we go. That's enough. Do that. We'll do diamonds. We'll follow that with copper as soon as these empty. There's diamonds. Copper will be along in just a second. Platinum, diamond. Okay. After that, iron and lead. Iron might be a problem because we only just started getting our iron going again. Oh, it looks like we are caught up again. Okay, great. Lead, I believe we have plenty of. We haven't been doing anything with all of the lead that we have in here. 3, 5, that's right. Oh, we have some raw lead. We should go process that when we get a second. There's copper. Let's do iron. We'll go dump this raw lead into our... maybe we enrich it first. Will that work? And then we smelt the leftover 2 pieces. There we go. Okay. Copper, iron, lead. Great. Those are done. Copper, iron, lead. Nickel and gold. Let's see about nickel. Barely enough nickel. Gold, how are we doing? Ooh. Gold is going to be a problem. This might be another one where we need to go ahead and make ourselves up another generator for gold. Because gold is going to be used for pretty much every mod that we're going to be using in this pack. Okay, so we've got 2 of the pieces here. Let's just go and make another one of our G-ores with this real fast. This goes here. This goes here. And then the 4 ingots go around. There we go. That'll just take a second. Let that percolate. There we go. Let me go get this G-ore set up. All right, lead, nickel. Okay, gold is on its way. I don't think we're there yet. It's going to take a little while. Ooh, no gold. Oh, that's because we forgot to link it. Let's go ahead and link this up. There we go. And how are we looking on gold real quick here? Yeah, Yeah, we're at 79. We got a little ways to go. We're gonna just leave that and let it percolate while we are working on all the rest of these. Okay, so gold. Actually, the glowstone is the only one that's remaining. So how are we looking on glowstone dust? Glowstone dust. Okay, that should be enough. There we go. Let's put this in here. Do we not have time in a bottle or anything in this? Time in a bot? No, nothing like that. I guess we don't have that in this pack. Oh well. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Let's see here. Glowstone is done. All right. Now we have to do is just wait for that little bit more of our gold. Let's see here. Gold. We're just going to keep an eye on this for a few minutes. I guess we could go to the mining dimension and maybe find some real quick. That might be a worthwhile endeavor while we're waiting for that to finish. Oh, we've got mail. We've got mail. Let's go check our mail. Oh, bound to invalid. Let's see where this takes us. All right, so this is a Malum weeping well that Wombi found, and I don't know anything about this. Some friends on the server were just saying, or excuse me, on the Discord were saying, "Oh, you should check this out." But I know that it's used to transmute things. Somebody also said to jump into it. All right, jumped into it. Can I? No, I guess I can get out of it. Yeah. But everything looks gross now. Okay, there, it's Umbral Spirit. What do we use Umbral Spirit for? It doesn't say. Doesn't say. So apparently the Weeping Well is a Malum thing that you can use to transmute items, but yeah, haven't figured out how to do that. We will not worry about it today. We can certainly worry about that at a future date. Maybe some of you who know Malum better than I do can pop into the comments here and tell me what I do with the Weeping Well aside from diving into it and then being very, very confused about diving into it. Maybe y'all leave me a note. Let me know how to do that. I looked up a little bit online, but I could not find any really good documentation. But we have Umbral Spirit now. We certainly can use that for something. Does this say anything about how to use the Weeping Well? Let's see here. What do we got? Chthonic Gold. Altars, totems, auras. What do we got up here? Grand magics. We didn't even get to grand magics. Apparently that's a whole other thing. Locus. Ooh, what? Yeah, we didn't do any of this stuff. Okay, that's not it though. We were looking for a Weeping Well. I don't remember seeing it in here. Unchained transmutation. No. That's really cool looking. I mean, I'll certainly take one of those, but cannot accept sweeping edge. Huh. Yeah, that might be something for the future, but we did not make any of that. Okay, well, I don't see anything about a Weeping Well, so if you all know how to use the Weeping Well, please leave me a comment and tell me what is the purpose of that and why we would want one in the first place. I will certainly appreciate it. I don't know Malum very well. Also, of course, a big thank you to Wombi for giving us that. Even though I don't know what to do with it, I certainly appreciate having it. So at some point I can figure out what to do with it. But yeah, we haven't seen Wombi on the server in a while. I feel like we have been keeping very, very different schedules. Most of the time it's just me and Star here lately, but yeah, Wombi is a dear, dear friend. You all might remember her from other episodes in the past where we went and fought all sorts of monsters together. She is a dragon slayer among many, many, many other things and is a delight. So hopefully we'll get more adventures with Wombi in the near future. But today, no, we are looking for gold. So let me go see if I can find some of that and we'll be back in a second. All right, finally enough gold. Let's drop these in here real quick and see if we can't get this done. This should be the last one that we need. Here we go. And done. Okay, so if that's everything, we should now have the ultimate singularity. Wonderful. Okay, so that is another piece of our quest done. Well, we are making some really good progress at this point, slowly working our way towards the ATM10 Star. I think we're still going to need a bunch more episodes to get to that because we have so many little things that we have to make, and all of them are very grindy. That's the point. This is the end game of the pack, but I'm pretty excited about it, and some of this has actually been really great to kind of set up the automation that we had kind of skipped over for the rest of our playthrough, so I'm having a great time with this. But hey, as a reminder, if you throw a thumbs up on this video, it really helps me out a lot. It lets me know that you like the content, and moreover, it lets other people know about the content because then it gets promoted to other people. That's how the algorithm works, and we are appreciative of that. If you do want to give a thumbs up, I really, really thank you for that. Hey, if you haven't already, you can always subscribe to the channel as well. If you like the content we're doing here, we do a lot of cozy gaming, a little bit of not cozy gaming like with Grim Dawn that we've been playing here lately, a lot of Snacktorio. I've got some other stuff that I'm really interested in playing for you all very, very shortly as well. More to come on that. And if you would like to play on this exact server with us, myself and Star, Wombi, and all the other wonderful people who hang out on here, all you have to do is click the link in my profile to join the Discord, and from there you get all the details. It's free to play. We'd love to see you. But if you do want to support the channel, you can always subscribe, become a paid member, and with that, you don't get anything bonus. It just helps us out a little bit, so it's never required. Less than the cost of a cup of coffee per month, but it does help us pay for the server and all the other great stuff that we do on the channel. So we thank you if you do that as well, and our subscribers should be appearing very shortly for you to check out. We always thank you at the end of the credits, and yeah, thanks to everybody who has been supporting so far. For now, we're going to call that the end of the episode. Thanks again for watching, and take care of yourselves and each other, and we'll see you back here next time. Bye, friends.